Hi! February 1st, the day of the Willfulness. We are in Aquarius season, fixed air, and February 1st people are first and foremost distinguished by their strong, earthy, but mental nature. Not content with abstract speculations, those born in this day must impress their ideas on the minds of those around them. Headstrong, willful, and courageous, they know what they are when they are right and will not give 1 inch. As their mental preparation for most circumstances is thorough, and they have a facile, improvisatory flair, they are able to avoid compromising situations and sidestep any issues which they would rather not discuss. Thus they can make formidable opponents. A February 1st person is characteristically energetic and youthful, but often petulant like a child as well. Emotional problems can plague February 1st people, particularly in their younger years. Their feelings are often scattered, impulsive, and uncontrollable, and thus land them in trouble repeatedly. There seems to be a great divide between their mental solidity and their emotional vulnerability, so that at times they are like two different individuals. Until they bring their willpower to bear on their own inner processes, come to grips with their personal problems, and begin to understand themselves, their lives will continue to be in turmoil. More highly evolved February 1st individuals eventually integrate their many side talents into a well-functioning, polished persona, but this takes time. Until they do, their careers may be highly unstable and they are apt to flounder. Others may watch them in confusion or bemusement and wonder why they haven't succeeded in doing more, despite their ambition. In addition to their mental and emotional makeup, the sensuous physical side of February 1st people cries out to be fed, and this may cause additional problems if it is operating out of control. Of the quantities mentioned in their personality hierarchy, the mental usually comes first, the sensuous second, and the emotional third. The fourth important area, too often neglected, that of intuition, should be cultivated and relied on more than it can be important, cementing bonds which pulls it all together for these talented but tumultuous individuals. Part of the problem is that the power of reason and logic is so highly developed in February 1st people that it can crowd out their intuitive side. When reason at times breaks down, they tend to tumble into the feeling and physical realms, often resulting in emotional outbursts of self-indulgence. For February 1st people, it is not so much self-control that is wanted, but self-understanding, and above all, personality integration. Though sometimes obscured by their focus on matters at hand, being a whole and deeply feeling human being is the highest and most important aim for those born on this day, and ultimately takes them far beyond where mental drive and determination alone can. Those born on the 1st of the month are ruled by the number 1 and by the sun. Those born on the 1st usually like to be first, and are of definite viewpoint and eager to rise to the top. The sun symbolizes strong creative energy and fire, which should be kept flowing steadily rather than allowed to flare out of control. When coupled with Uranus, ruler of Aquarius, the sun's power influences can become restless and electric, making February 1st people high-strung and confused. Also, too much rejection in early and middle life can cause them to grow cold and aloof. Tarot. The first card of the major arcana is the Magician, who symbolizes intellect, communication, information, as well as magic. Over his head is an infinity symbol, which in some tarot decks takes the form of a hat, and others a halo. Many interpretations may be drawn, one of which is that the Magician recognizes the cyclical and unknitting nature of life and is empowered by this understanding. The positive traits suggested by this first card include diplomatic skill and shrewdness, but negatively lack of scruples and opportunism. Health. Those born on February 1st will generally experience many problems in their emotional life. Their intense emotions lead them into involvements which it can be difficult or impossible to extricate themselves. These bright and quick individuals have to beware of using physical, sensual, and sexual activities as a way of turning off their brains, essentially addictive and potentially damaging behavior. Moderate, regular physical exercise, aerobics, jogging, swimming is highly recommended. February 1st diets should shun excess sugar and use of tobacco, which, though perhaps claiming in the short term, only makes them more nervous in the long run. So you should probably give up smoking because it just makes you more nervous and gives you more anxiety, and you probably should give up smoking. Grains, fresh vegetables, breads, hearty soups, and stews are stable foods and work to keep them grounded. February 1st, the day of the Willfulness. Your advice. Cultivate your intuitive powers. They are a natural resource. Try to be more patient and contemplative. Don't be too anxious to please lovers. Be your own boss. Your meditation. The mind not only comes with a personal computer, but also a modem for connecting with the rest of the universe. Your strengths. Strong-willed, mentally quick, and grounded. Your weaknesses. Stubborn, overly rational, and self-unaware. February 1st, the day of the Willfulness. I hope you have a very happy birthday, or belated happy birthday, because this is a late reading, but I wish you well and have a very nice evening. And yeah, bye. See you. Ooh.